Hollywood really loves to rehash old properties and make them bigger and flashier, and every now and then we see old properties being remade in a not so a terrible way. Clearly these films are cash cows to these big Hollywood producers, and they'll just keep making these films with no respect to the source material whatsoever. Look, they can clearly make something original and work, like Tim Burton's Dumbo, or just make something without even knowing what the hell you're making, like M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender. But I want to talk about video game properties made into huge films, because those honestly feel as though they have had it hard in terms of bad Hollywood decision history. One example is the old 1993's Super Mario Bros. Film, just not even close to the original franchise. And now it looks like the new Sonic film will be another disaster. They even postponed the movie just because the complaints regarding Sonic's controversial design. If the producers really feel ashamed of their film and they change it now, then they shouldn't even release a fucking movie in the first place. But will there ever be a film about a video game character that actually works well? And the answer is yes! And that name is Detective Pikachu. I'll be honest, when I first heard of the game back in 2016, I legit felt excited, and it only took 2 years to release it in the US. Now granted, I never really had the chance to play it, considering I heard many mixed to mediocre reviews about it. But I've seen gameplays and cutscenes on it, so I have a good gist of the story and how it goes. Anyway, let's talk about Detective
Pikachu! It's Pikachu!
The story revolves around a young man named Tim, who decides to go to Rhyme City after learning his father has been pronounced dead. Oh, and don't worry, death is a clear concept in the film. After talking to a colleague of his father's, he goes to his father's apartment to pick up his items, while he meets the lovely and amazing Lucy Stevens. Then right when he enters the apartment and does his looking around, he then meets Detective Pikachu. Pikachu is his dad's partner Pokemon, but he has suffered through amnesia and he does not even recall a thing after the accident with his dad. Oh, and then Lucy goes off with them along with her Psyduck. So I guess Psyduck's headache can cause huge airwaves that can be deadly to anyone near it.
Psyduck?
They made this thing more dangerous. What the freak? So let's talk about the film. And let me just say this film is good. That's it. It's good. I like it. I had a fun time watching it in theaters. The dialogue is not too bad, to be honest. Clearly Ryan Reynolds has the best lines and his performance is just outstanding as Pikachu. And the actors all did a good job nonetheless. Justice Smith has shown a well performance as Tim. I really felt for him when he opened up more about his father and how he hasn't connected well with him. I feel your pain, my friend. Catherine Newton as Lucy is great too. Really great. She can clearly act well, especially when speaking fast with some emotion added to it. So I guess these main stars are great. Pretty good. As characters, I guess they're fine too. Not bad. I know that Pikachu is the one who carries the film most of the time, but at least Tim grows a lot in the film. He doesn't like Pokemon at first. He doesn't hate them, but he sees it as something that's not relevant to his life. He has a real job and he gave up on being a trainer. I don't know, I guess this is an analogy to the kids that grew up with Pokemon and then grew out of it, but I guess that's something. I see a lot of connections of the games, for example. Detective Pikachu having amnesia, his enjoyment of coffee, Pokemon getting angry from a chemical substance, and Mewtwo's involvement in the film. So yeah, I guess the story is not too bad. Standard, but it works. I guess for this formula of a crime-solving duo for a film directed at kids, simplicity might have a small factor in this. They brought in Mewtwo's origin as a basis for the film, like in a Mewtwo Strikes Back kind of way. I guess it's fine, but things get more intense when the bad guy reveals his plan and his use of Mewtwo. Which, by the way, this twist, I saw it coming a mile away. Didn't take away my enjoyment of the film though. So, spoilers. The idea was that the guy who helped found Rhyme City and the technology surrounding it, it was believed that his own son was behind all this. Hired Tim's dad to investigate only to kill him. But it was really the owner, and he wanted the strength of the bond between Pokemon and humans to further basic concept by inserting the minds of humans into the Pokemon itself. He has done that so by releasing chemicals through balloons for parade. A lot of info I know, I'm tired. He inserts his mind into Mewtwo to start his evil plans, but he is stopped by Detective Pikachu and his trusty sidekick Tim Boy Wonder. He is stopped and then Mewtwo thanks him by bringing Tim's dad back, who was actually Detective Pikachu the whole time. Wow, what a twist. so twisty. So yeah, pretty simple, right? Regardless, I think in the end, the film answered its own big questions and everything resolved itself quite well. Like Tim wanting to spend more time with his dad after the adventure they both went through. I like that. Very wholesome. Now as far as the visuals and all go, I really like them. The Pokemon look very detailed yet stay true to their Pokemon design forms from the games and the anime. I'm glad. This was Sonic's clear issue and now look what happened. The designers did a good job here. Now I do wish that we got to see more Pokemon in the film, since I did notice some of the same Pokemon repeated in the background. Like, I'm surprised there are so many Sneasels and Squirtles in Rhyme City. But either way, it's fine. And Henry Jackson's score for the film is quite good. He's composed for other films such as the MCU Captain America films, Wreck-It Ralph, and such others. Of course, nothing in particular stood out other than Rhyme City's theme, the underground fight, and the red-blue title theme in the end of the credits. Either way, good job. And well, yeah, I guess that's all I had to say about Detective Pikachu. In conclusion, it's certainly enjoyable. Not the best film, but rather a step in the right direction for video game movies. I like the idea of this being a film than an Ash Ketchum film, only because Detective Pikachu is its own original idea that could be expanded all from a simple game with much less attention. And so Detective Pikachu gets a solid 7.8 out of 10 for me. I still consider that good. I recommend this film for any Pokemon fan who wants to have a fun, simple time, or fun for the whole family, why not? I hope more movies based on video games take example of Detective Pikachu. Let's hope. Wow, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. And thanks for the support from the Cool Cat video. Now, I know it's been a long time, so I'm kind of catching up with these two videos I wanted to do for a long time. So now, after this, I'm going to start working on more animated reviews, some more original videos. I have this really fun one coming up. It involves Sheen from Jimmy Neutron, and it's going to be a real funny one. And yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the next video sometime when I make it. Definitely will not take months, I assure you that. And yeah, take care. See ya.